Our next caller is another one of the faithful spouses, Mark. Welcome to the show, Mark. He's calling from Colorado. So, Mark, you're on the air now. Share your story with us.
Thank you. Yes, my wife and I met at a young adult retreat that she was helping to coordinate, and we dated for about 9 months with pretty much a daily contact. And I remember how joyful it was when we shopped for her engagement ring, and we then completed the engagement encounter weekend, and then completed the course by couple-to-couple league on natural family planning, or NFP. And after we got married, we faithfully practiced NFP and through the conception of our daughter. And it was a wonderful experience when we found out she was pregnant. And there was just such joy over what a wonderful thing the church is and its teaching. If you follow its teaching, you have this peace and joy that I don't think can be paralleled anywhere else. So, but something happened along the way where I think my divorced spouse's expectations were just really high, and she became unhappy. She went to counseling, and the counselor actually gave her courage to file for a divorce, no-fault divorce. As I look back, it's about 18 years ago, and the bomb was dropped, believe it or not, in a marriage encounter where she said she no longer liked me, loved me, or respected me.
Oh, my.
So that was just overwhelming, and I was devastated. I sought counseling anywhere, anybody would listen to me. I was seeking help. Our pastor told us it takes two to tango, and then sent us, I asked for a referral because, man, I can't believe he was just going to say it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
He didn't mention anything about divorce itself being a problem. And then he referred us to a psychologist who said, well, you're emotionally divorced anyway, so go ahead and complete it. Separate yourself. I mean, I just was beside myself. And then without family support or from the society, the culture and everything, she canceled our Retrouvaille weekend that we had, both of us had agreed to go on.
Oh, she canceled it.
Yeah, amazing. And, of course, I brought it up later, and it was just crazy. She was so hardened in my estimation. She doesn't talk to me, so I don't really know all where she's going, because we haven't really, we had to co-parent our daughter as she's growing up. Now, my daughter's now 20. And so I went into church teaching a little more heavily and got more into my faith, because I had a choice. I could either, because I did actually have a platonic female relationship at work, which was getting more and more intense, and how things gradually go along, and you don't really, and bam, you're like, oh no, this may not be pleasing to God. So that ended badly, and I started looking at canon law like 1060, which says that your marriage is considered valid unless proven otherwise. And the Catechism has a very clear passage around paragraph 2384, which states that divorce itself is immoral and a grave offense. And a new contracted union adds to the rupture. You know what I mean? It's pretty clear to me. And I read that and go, wow. And then, besides that, I was vowed for life. And by the grace of God, though, it's what it would take. So I decided I can no longer date or even consider dating, because in my heart, I realized I couldn't go to Holy Communion anymore if I started doing that, pursuing another partner.
So it was your love for Christ, then, that made you want to be faithful to that original vow. Oh,
absolutely, Colleen. I'm so grateful now, 19 years later. And I pray daily that I embrace this form of conjugal chastity. And it's working. I think if you let God work in your life and He will lead you, it takes, a lot of
and
prayer,
now, right, and He's given you hope now, hope in a new life. So even though the marriage didn't work out, you have love of Christ, and you have raised your daughter, and you live in hope. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Mark.